Montreal beer review. Today we've got a special beer with us. It's called Péché, Mortel, which translates from French as mortal sin, which is like deadly sin. And it comes from my favourite Montreal microbrew, Dieu du Ciel. Click over here, you can see my other reviews I've done of this brewer's beers. Now this one is a bit of a monster, 9.5% ABV, and this is an imperial stout. Precisely, this is a coffee stout, imperial coffee stout. Now this is going to be my first time trying this style. I've read about it, I watched different reviews, but I've never got to try the imperial stout. Now I figured it's the time to do it. Now some people have misconceptions and difficulties determining the origin of the word. Why is this called an imperial stout? Now my basic research gave me an idea of this the whole thing. Often you hear people refer to these beers as Russian imperial stouts, and coming from a Russian background myself, I can assure you that this has nothing to do with beer being brewed in Russia. Instead, it was actually shipped there back in starting from the 18th century, I believe. And just like with the IPAs and the imperial ales, they had to bring up the alcohol level to fight off the long duration of the shipping, because it took quite some time to ship all the way from, let's say, London to St. Petersburg. So this, instead of original kind of stouts, dry stouts, ranging anywhere from 4 or 5%, usually this is 9. Some imperial stouts are even 10% alcohol by volume. So it's still an English style. It still comes from British Isles, but it's usually referred to as a Russian imperial stout because it was immensely popular at the time by the novelty of rich people and the Queen herself, the Empress of Russia. Now let's get reviewing with Péché Mortel. I'm really excited to try this style out. Now this is a standard small bottle, 341 mils, 12 ounces. The label reads in French that Péché Mortel is an intense dark beer, black beer, with a really pronounced coffee and roasted tones in it. And it was actually, the coffee it's a fair trade coffee they use for the style, and it was infused during the brew process into the beer. It gives you a pleasant coffee aftertaste, and enjoy in moderation, it says, which I'm going to do. I only have a bottle anyway. For the glass, I was thinking of using my Guinness kind of type glass, but for a lot of these stronger stouts, people usually use smaller glasses like this with a little stem over it. So let's get pouring out of the way. Just twist off. And there you go. Very intense dark brown color. And we're still able to get quite nice, I'd say creamy hit, even like a finger and a half. Looking at the body, a really dark, opaque brown color. Not see-through. You get a bit of a red kind of glow in the bottom. Not much carbonation, really intense smell to it. A lot of roasted malts and coffee as well, like a roasted coffee beans. Really intense. I get some hints of dark chocolate. It's a very pronounced kind of smell. Much stronger than normal stouts. That's for sure. Since my first time, I can actually sense all of this right away. Apart from that, maybe a touch of hops. I'm not really sensing a whole lot of hops, but it's really roasted. Kind of, maybe hints of tobacco even. So let's give it a try. Wonderful creamy head, and right away kicks you with that strong coffee roasted flavor, and then going into the still lingering kind of roasty notes, I guess, in the finish as well. You get some sweetness. You also get that tobacco kind of burnt kind of flavor to it, but I find it's really nice, really blends well with the coffee and the chocolate. A very intense flavor, definitely much more powerful than typical stout. At the same time, this beer being 9.5%, it's pretty much well disguised, I think. I wouldn't say this is 9%. Tastes at about maybe 6. Tastes like an IPA in my opinion. I mean, alcohol-wise, not obviously not in flavor. Wonderful. Lovely lacing, good head retention. Looks great, tastes great. The good thing about it as well is that the roastiness is not over the top. Some beers are really too roasty, you know. Some dark lagers even, but this one's totally fine, totally good. I mean, it's just, I can't find anything wrong at this point. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of it and come back to you, but wonderful. Well, this is an exceptional, very impressed with this beer. I mean, this is my first Imperial Stout ever, and really enjoying this. It certainly proves my point that Dieu du Ciel make exceptional beers. I mean, I have yet to find a beer that's not good from this brewery. As far as overall impression goes, this is an experience kind of beer. You don't want to have more than one of these at a time, because it's just so intense. You get that roastiness, you get nice sweetness from like chocolatey kind of malts. We're moderate, well balanced as well. You get some faint hops, which kind of you don't really feel them that much because of the whole chocolatey, roasty coffee thing going on. And the finish is really long-lasting, lingering kind of roastiness. It's not bitter. I mean, you get certain amounts of bitterness, but it's very well balanced. This is just every sip is enjoyable. As you drink, as you approach the bottom of the glass, I guess you start feeling the alcohol a bit more, but it doesn't really get into the way of this whole experience. I mean, it's 9.5%. You can't take it away. This is the characteristic of the style, I suppose. And I'm gonna go with the rules. I'm not gonna argue with the rules. As far as the grade goes, I'm gonna give this a definite 5 out of 5. Top-notch beer. I can't find anything wrong with it. I'm not entirely a coffee connoisseur. I don't really drink coffee on a daily basis or anything like that. But every once in a while I enjoy coffee, and definitely can agree that they use really quality espresso beans, whatever, and it really shows in the quality of the beer. So I've enjoyed the style. I enjoyed the Dieu du Ciel's version. Péché, Mortel, 5 out of 5. As far as drinkability, I think it's for one thing, if you have one of these, it's drinkable. You won't find this a challenge to drink. But I strongly recommend against having more than a bottle, or if you have this on tap, more than a glass. It's going to ruin the impression, I guess. It's not what it's supposed to be like. This is a beer that's good in moderation and savouriness. So thanks for checking out. That was it. Cheers, guys. See you next time.